It's Week 14 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see this team's leader at linebacker, who made his mark blitzing the QB this season with 6 sacks so far. This should be a good one to watch. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the 1 interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. That's going to be fielded back at the 5. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a 1st down or 2. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
A gain of 50 yards.
And how impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL.
And he's in! Touchdown. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When a defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
Now, for the point after. He's got it, and the visitors will take a 7-0 lead.
Visitors 7, Dolphins nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 23.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the... Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It is picked up by the defense. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
They'll try to run this one in. Place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Third and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's finally going to be taken down. Really not sure what that was all about, but it's going to wind up a huge loss on the play. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff can get a chance to look him over during the break. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Oh, big hole, left side. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A huge play just before the half. 67 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Is going to turn into an absolute disaster. What is going on there? The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got his running back downfield and it's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Third and goal. They'll run. To the 20. Whoa. And a critical tackle there. They were getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Vikes locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up
Just
one
that
another.
1 touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. Breathing room up past the 15. Oh, yeah. He works free. Right side. Still going. Inside the 10. Look at him go. He's to the 35. And he gets him out of danger and then some. Up past the 20-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting the lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
On the toss, they'll run. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now they'll run a toss to the wide side of the field. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up. Extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good. And the visitors move out on top, 14-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement. Second half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that can be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. So these two teams, a long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you could bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. 1st and 10. He'll try the right side this time. Turn into an absolute disaster. What is going on there? Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To the short side, they're going to run the toss. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll try to run. To the 45. Still going. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he will finally be brought down. That was something a little more than a mix-up, I would say. That was an outright catastrophe. They'll drop to throw. He's got it! And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. One final chance for this defense, and here's 3rd down. Yeah! He gets free. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. And make it 3 touchdowns. Now remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.